As a journalist, I firmly believe that a democracy can survive only if there is a free and independent media. Without a free media, you can't even envisage a democratic process in this country. And when Kushbu asked, what are your fears? These are precisely our fears. Whatever happening in this country are my fears. Ma'am, let us see what has been the way in which the political, administrative, the economic paradigm of center-state relations have been defined now. We all talk about, every southern state, there's an economist sitting there, and he should be knowing better than me or anyone what's happening in the government of India. His book is very famous. See, Kerala contributes 1 rupee to the national kitty and gets back 25 paise. And that is applicable to almost all the southern states. 45 paise, 47 paise, you get back. Now, if you have adopted such a measure on the basis of population, with regard to the center-state relations, we have our fears on this too. That is my point. The first time Prime Minister opened his mouth and said, southern states may lose 100 seats. He did say so. Where did he get the figure 100 seats? Who did work out 100 seats? What was the premise on which he made this statement? Was he actually threatening the southern states by making such a statement? And you know, ma'am, how the Prime Minister conducts himself. See, you talked about 2001 when this delimitation process was undertaken and the seats were frozen. I was a journalist covering Indian Parliament from the gallery. I could see the extent of discourse that was happening amongst the political parties and the leaders, the consensus that was built up. Arun Jaitley mooted the bill. I remember vividly that. Do you see a consensus, a climate of consensus in this country now? Absolutely no. There are two zones in this country. You know what are the two zones? One is ED affected country and ED unaffected country. The country has been divided like that now. So how are we going to trust you? And your device now is like shock and awe. Can you ever imagine a parliamentary agenda is being decided in a secret way? You don't even dwell about the agenda which is to be taken place in the parliament. We'll have to come to the parliament to see the supplementary agenda. Is it a hide and seek game? Is opposition a Pakistan? That you need to hide everything from opposition? Are we not part of this democratic process? And you know what is being done with regard to the duties and surcharges? I asked a question to the finance minister. Mr. Nilekanta, you would be surprised. You should add that point also. In 1 year, this government collected 7 lakh crore as duties and surcharges, which need not be given to the states. Further, you demolished all the institutions in this country. Planning Commission, all these formulas were given away. Now what is happening? There's a monarchy in this country. The Prime Minister goes to the poll-bound states and declare bonanza, a package of 15,000 crore. Is it not a democracy? Is it an oligarchy or a monarchy that is happening? Of course, you have brought the Shangola and kept it there. So it's almost like a monarchy now. You need to have a Simhasan and a Raja and some palace, Jodish, and clowns also there. If you have these clowns, Jodish, Simhasan, you will complete this, the circle which you have started. Madam, I'm telling you, I really want you to be in parliament. But this is the sad predicament of this nation. And still you are asking us, why are you afraid? We are afraid. These are the way in which you are conducting the affairs. Ma'am, in last 9 years, you have usurped in the powers of the states. Literally, you have taken over the state lists.